children and aliens there.
Yes. This was an underground base.
And so you are corroborating that type of story.
Yes, I am. I can confirm that she's telling you the truth.
And like you said earlier, you may or may not know then, because you said that if somebody was, the closer someone gets, they better be prayed up, or I don't know, maybe have a significant amount of ammo, but you may cross the line where those in power.
I was just very obedient.
Okay,
I carried out my orders just like the Nazis. I was no better than them.
Well, she saw these things, and then she died by some mysterious reason later. So I think it goes to what you said earlier, that if somebody does get involved with this, I guess what you're saying is if they even look into it, they may be part of a target. Is that right?
Yeah. I'm not part of the target. Right now, nobody's going to be part of the target. Maybe a select few.
Mm-hmm.
They would have done away with.
All right. We have this. All right. Back to the Fast Blast. And by the way, we have some excellent live updates going at the top of the live chat window there. This question came in Fast Blast. Can people be a reptilian and not know it?
No.
If you are one, just say, would you all of a sudden have a desire, say, to have certain food? And I think everybody knows what we're talking about.
If you ever drank a glass of blood, or if you ever got angry and turned into one, you'd know it. You have to be subjected. You have to be brainwashed and to be willing to do this, and you have to. These shapeshifters just don't all of a sudden become shapeshifters. They're genetically engineered for this. They're Satan's people. They're demons, and they and you're not a demon. I don't. You're a man of God, I think, and I am. And, I'm not a shapeshifter, and I believe that, you notice how the movie The Exorcist was a precursor, and here the last few days they've been playing that movie a lot on the Chiller and Sci-Fi Channel.
Okay.
That's shapeshifting, and when you see demon-possessed people that do these weird things and change, that's shapeshifting. But those people didn't ask for that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's casted out. But a true demon, you face one of them, you're not going to cast him out. I wouldn't even give it a try because you're going to get killed. You just don't mess with them.
Mm. We have this.
Just know who they are. You know, just know that when you see one, then you know what it is. In other words, when you let me just put it easy for everybody. You'll know a shapeshifter when you see one, because if he doesn't shapeshift, then don't speculate, because you might be wrongly accusing somebody of something and destroy their life.
Okay, what could one do to trigger a shapeshift?
Anger does it.
So get in an argument with someone?
Yeah. If you'll notice, some of these politicians really have to keep their cool. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Under pressure.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
that
really, sounds kind of human, though. But, yeah, and I know there are videos.
You don't really see none of them explode with anger, do you?
Okay. Some have suggested, and it seems to be a continuing thread, no matter which guest I have talking about on the show, talking about UFOs or aliens, that it seems that the name of Jesus may trigger some allergic.
That makes them go ballistic.
Why is that? Why does? And I asked this as you heard, I asked it to Barbara Brown. Why doesn't the name Mohammed or
because it's
Gandhi?
A false god. It's not. That's what they want you to believe.
Okay. So you couldn't go Gandhi, 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 and that wouldn't do nothing.
That wouldn't do a thing.
They just take a big bite out of your arm.
You look at one and say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ, and you got a battle on your hands.
Wow. Okay. We have this from the Fast Blast. Are the Palladians friends, as Billy Myers says, or are they foes?
He's deceived. There's no such thing as a Palladian.
Mm-hmm. Well, there certainly is such thing as a hubcap on a fishing line with.
Yeah. Well, they don't come from outer space. I'm here to tell you that's 100% truth.
All right.
There is no outer space. They come from the water, and they're demons. They call themselves many things.
Why do we have nukes in space?
Because there's going to be a nuclear war, and it's just a higher technology of a way to deliver the system. You know, they're dangerous here on the ground, and it's better to keep them in space. And you can get, you know, you can keep these things when they're in space. They travel 25,000 miles an hour. Where if on the Earth you launch one, it takes several hours to reach top speed. You know, it takes, you know, to go around the Earth. You know, when one's launched, it takes 3 hours. Well, if they're in outer space going 25,000 miles an hour, the Earth's only 25,000 in diameter. Am I correct?
Well, yeah, I agree with your specs there. That sounds right. But let me
so it means fast delivery.
Let me ask you, in the Stephenville sighting of the mile-long UFO, the pilot said he assessed that it traveled 2,000 miles an hour and came to a complete stop and then took off again, and there were jet fighter planes chasing it.
There were.
Why don't the UFOs turn around and blast? Oh, by the way, it seems synchronistically, though, the next day in Texas, a military helicopter crashed. It said it exploded in air in a ball of flames. I'm just wondering, maybe they did shoot back, but how come the ship didn't fire back on those fighter jets?
Because the fighter jets were no threat to them. I mean, they can outrun any of their weapons.
All right, we have this question here.
Then that would ruin the whole agenda, wouldn't it? They'd have a big explanation on their hands then. They don't want to do that. They just want you... What they were doing was a public display, perfectly orchestrated by the Illuminati and the One World Order, to show you that we are in control. Mystery Babylon, the United States, the whole of the earth, that thinks that it's, you know, it's the great, you know, it forces its will on everybody. We think that, you know, we're the superpower, and we want to show everybody we're in control. And what did it really look like? It looked like our fighter jets. Now think about it. Subliminally, it looked like our fighter jets chased it away, didn't it?
Yeah, but the guy said they had no chance of catching that thing. So
that's exactly right. So why fire upon it?
Yeah.
So why should it fire upon it?
I tell you,
why make a scene?
Must be some ride going from 0 to 2,000 miles an hour in a second.
Yeah. Now, in the flesh, you can't do that. That's why when you're, you know, Einstein figured it out. You know why he uses the velocity of light as C2, C squared? Because C stands for constant, and the truth remains constant. And he knew that when you achieved the speed of light, that time stood still. It became eternity. And what does Jesus say that he is? The truth and the light. His word remains constant. He's the same today, yesterday, and tomorrow. And so that was a perfect thing. That was a perfect mathematical equation with C2 to explain the velocity of light squared.
Okay, and back to the live chat. Have you witnessed the reptilians? Do they have super strength?
Yeah.
Okay.
They sure do. And I don't know the extent of it, but I believe that they could. They're demons. I don't know how to keep saying this, but they're capable of doing anything.
In the
Satan is the god of this world and the prince of the power of the air.
Okay.
He's the great deceiver, and he can do miracles, false miracles, and he can make you see anything that you're open to. And that's why I say when people dabble in this stuff, they start opening up. Like Billy Myers, is that his name? I know who he's talking about. The guy that has one arm, and is it Belgium?
I don't know. All I know is he's got a bunch of spaceships on his website that look like they're hanging from a wire.
Well, I've watched some of them, and those films, and they look pretty real to me, because if you'll notice the one that goes around the tree, if you've seen that,